everybody. My name is Jeremy. This is Red Beans Recording Modular. And probably pretty recently, I put out a big video on the Intellijel Cascadia. I actually put 2 videos out. I was commissioned by Intellijel to do a walkthrough video on the Cascadia. So I did a big old walkthrough and I did some performances. And the walkthrough, the reason that there's 2 videos is because there was just so much to go through. This is a relatively straightforward piece of kit, but there are some really neat little things under the hood that I didn't get a chance to show you in the 45-minute walkthrough video, and I wanted to show you some of those today. So we're going to be doing some patching from scratch with the Cascadia to reach these sort of self-playing patches like you hear right now. As you can see, I am also joined by the Microcosm, which is doing all those beautiful effects. Yes, it is cheating. No, I don't care. We're also joined by the Empress Zoya Euroburo, and this is going to be doing pretty much exclusively note quantization, because one of the things that this can do is send out notes via the MIDI LFO here. And you can adjust what this does via a companion app that you can download for Mac or Windows. And it allows you to select all kinds of interesting things. The MIDI LFO can do random notes. Because they are random notes, we are going to quantize them. Otherwise, they're going to get a little, chromatically weird. One other thing that I haven't used before is this VCA over here, the VCA low-pass filter. Right now I'm passing some noise into there and it's getting an LFO, so it's a second VCA, which is really great. There's also a really cool mode for the envelope down here, which we will explore a bit. So that's this is the proof of concept patch. Why don't we get into patching something from scratch? I think that sounds good. Let's do it. Okay, so this is what this would sound like. Go ahead and turn all this down here. There's our level. So our MIDI LFO here, this can send out random notes. So if I take this and I put it directly into our external pitch, we get this series of random pitches. So not super musical. The first thing you might want to do is run this through our mix attenuator. What that will do is allow you to take that level down a bit so it won't be so wide. So it's still random though, right? Okay, so the next step would be passing this through a quantizer. So let's do that. I'm going to take a smaller cable. We don't need these big old cables here. I'm actually going to take that MIDI LFO and I'm going to mult it because I think I might want this signal for something else later. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it over here into our mults. Then I'm going to take one of those out and put them into our mix attenuator. Is that really what it's called? Mixuverter. It's a pretty funny 1950s ass name, isn't it? Then this is going to go into our Zoya Euroburo. And again, this is just doing quantization. There's a quantizer module in there. I just loaded it up. I have CV going into there, and then it comes out. And this can go into our external pitch. So that's more musical, right? Bunch of scales we can choose from here. This is minor pentatonic. Hirajoshi. All kinds of extended scales here. Let's go to major pentatonic, maybe? Just feeling a little major. Right now we're just listening to the sine wave oscillator. I can bring up the ring mod, start to hear stuff kind of flux around itself. stay with our single sine wave for right now. So right now I have the level just turned up all the way. I'd like to start getting some like shape to these. Volume shape. Now we have this MIDI clock out. Maybe we can use that. I'll take the MIDI clock here. Ooh, better yet, actually, let's take our sample and hold and use this. This will be more interesting. Since there's a hard rising edge to this, it will work to trigger our friend, the envelope. I like that. Now we molded that. So what we can do is take that. Is that one here? We might want this for a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to actually use this mold so it automatically goes over to here. And let's see. I'm actually going to take one of the outputs here and I'm going to invert it. Yeah, I'm going to invert it. And then I'm going to take that output and put it into our control here. What this is going to do is I can choose level or time. So now when this is high, it's going to make the level longer. And when it's low, it's going to make the level shorter. I like that. And of course, our friend over here is doing so much work, you know. But I was going to want reverb and delay on this anyway, so I might as well have my favorite little friend, Mosaic Preset 4. Okay, what can we do interesting with this? I'd like to have a little bit more intrasound modulation. So it looks like our ring mod is normal to our VCAB / low pass filter over here. Let's give this a signal so that it comes through occasionally. And we'll take the output of this and put it into our, well, let's put it into our aux in here. And then we will need a signal in this ±5. Let's use envelope B for that. Figure out how to get envelope B into a state that makes us happy. So right now, envelope B is just stuck on negative. Let's go ahead and get this to do something else. We're in LFO mode, LFV. There's something. So I'm going to take that MIDI clock and use that for an external gate signal here. That's cool. I'm actually going to take that signal out of envelope B here, and I'm going to put it into the thing that turns bipolar into unipolar, so it's only positive. I'm going to take an LFO and put it into that fall there. To change the length of our envelope over time. Interesting. Okay, let's take that random signal out here and put it into the pitch for our VCOB. And that's going to give us some more interesting relationships with the ring mod there. That's cool. like that. Yeah, that's really cool. You get a shorter cable right here. Now, our filter isn't really engaged all that much right now. So let's experiment with a little bit of filter modulation. Envelope B is normal to this filter over here. I'm actually going to break that normal and put envelope A in here instead. And then I'm going to... let's see. Take another output of this oscillator and try putting this into here. I do want to use this audio rate modulation somewhere, though. That's interesting. Not good, though. Let's take another one of our LFOs. This one right here. We'll use this here to add a little bit of through zero modulation. So that's just the ring modulator. Twice, I guess, because we've got it down here as well. So what I could do, instead of taking the ring mod out, I could take something like sub, or yeah, let's do the sub. That's cool. We could try the noise. Yeah. That's cool. When it's just the ring mod, since we have the two pitches here, it gets really strange. Let's try changing this to an LFO and see what happens. Very weird. Let's grab... Where's that MIDI clock? Right here. I'm going to take that MIDI clock and mult it with a stackable cable. And put that here. And then put this into our sync. Very weird. That's pretty fun. Very simple, but the tones are really, really rich and unique. Let's try doing something a bit weirder in the next one, shall we? We shall. That's pretty fucking weird. I really like the way that the noise over here is keeping time. Okay, that's enough. On to the next one. Okay, so for this second patch, we're gonna do something a little maybe weirder. I don't know. The idea here is that I want to use this over here, envelope B. Envelope B has a mode called entropic sequence generator, and that's what we're going to use to power a lot of this patch. So let's go ahead and just get a sense of what's going on here. So there's a little sequence. Very useful. Very, very useful. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just leave this up. We're gonna take that and we're gonna put this into our slew. Which is right here. And turn that way up. Turn this down. Now, because this adjusts the speed here, let's take an LFO, put it into rise. Turn that up. And we'll take another LFO. So this should affect our speed there. Let's actually take the unipolar output here. So now we have this getting affected in terms of speed by, what is it? The LFO-Z, so this one right here. And it's only going unipolar because this little friend right here takes the incoming thing and makes it unipolar from bipolar. So let's get some notes going on. Yeah, I guess we will do our thing here that we did before. This will come out of our attenuverter. Oh, look at that. Fun. And take this right here and take from our MIDI LFO. And we'll come over here and change our key to something else. Now let's change, this sounds a little like kind of dangerous, so let's find a weird scale, whatever M neopole is. All right, so now I want to start shaping the volume. And to do that, we are going to use the slewed output, I think, of B there. So let's give that a try and see how that feels. So that's right here. We'll put that into here. I think this will do the thing. Nothing. All right. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm such a dumbass. I'm a big dumbass. We would need to go here. Ooh, I like that a lot. That's severely strange. I really like it. Okay, next up, what can we do to make this more interesting? Let's take this triangle output here, put it into our little extra mixer VCO section here. Actually, we might use noise for this. And then we'll take the output of that and put it into our wave folder. Fold input right here. Sorry, this would go here. And then for our modulation for that, we'll grab one of these. And I'd like to take the output of our sample and hold here. Into the rate. Ooh, okay. How about our triangle from down here? Turn it up an octave. So mysterious. It's pretty cool. Take this MIDI LFO here, molt it, put one part of that back into the thing that's going to our quantizer, and take the unquantized version, try this into the pitch of our VCOB just to see how weird we can get. Yeah, we can get pretty weird. I like it. Kind of almost sounds like a little forest, like a little like synthetic forest of some kind. It's really cool. Let's try taking this sine wave out here and using it for a little bit of modulation here. Always like doing audio rate modulation on our filter to see what happens. Significantly strange. So great scale for this, by the way. Minor Neapolitan ice cream. So what happens if we change this over here to a LFO as opposed to a VCO? It's like horror movie drones at this point. Very weird. So I really need to get this MIDI LFO thing here. This needs to get skewed. So I'm going to swap this out here. Well, that's weird. We're no longer quantizing our notes, by the way. All right, well, we significantly messed this one up. Congratulations, everybody. We really did it. Oh, it's talking now. God, I love audio rate modulation. Okay, for real, let's finish this up. Those audio rate modulation sounds are just really cool, and I'm specifically avoiding like going full like blast noise craziness with this. But one of the things that the Cascadia could do would be some just absolutely gnarly noise stuff, where you could use audio rate modulation and filtering to create like stuff that you maybe could sample for other things. I don't know, there's some pretty interesting opportunities there. All right, so for this one, you know what I'm thinking? Why don't we take this signal that we're currently doing a little fun time thing, this one, and we're gonna take it and put it into our thing that turns the frogs gay. Kidding. It turns bipolar things into unipolar. If anything, it turns things less gay. Let's take this and put it into our CV in. We're going to use this entropic signal sequence generator from envelope B to create a sequence for us, a pitch sequence. Take this, I lied. Before we do that, we're going to actually put that into our attenuverter, whatever the hell it's called. Mixuverter. It's a fantastic name. The interesting thing about this is we could theoretically mix signals and have them be quantized, which is a pretty fun idea. Wow, that sounds like the Doom soundtrack. That's really cool. This little sequence generator thing. What a cool idea. What scale do we want to use? I said we'd go back to something a little chill, so let's pick minor pentatonic. So we need to get some filtering and we need to get some VCAing. So let's go ahead and get something into our external gate here. Probably the MIDI clock. I'd like to molt that sweet child. Molto bene. And we'll take this. I really actually did like the sample on hold for that. So while we will continue to use that MIDI clock in other places, let's grab the sample on hold, sort of. What happens if we take, just curious real quick, what happens if we take this and trigger it? Screams at you, that's what happens. Okay, so instead of doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, like, our sine wave out here. Excuse me, our triangle wave. Put it into our second VCO here. And now I want something to adjust the rate of this very slowly over time. So what I'll probably choose is a slewed version of our sample and hold. Put that into rate. Sine wave in here. Take the sine wave, put it into here. And then I'm going to use another LFO, this one, to adjust our frequency modulation. Turn this all the way down. We'll have two fading LFOs. I'm going to take this pitch. Let's see. Trying to get kind of other... Yeah, there we go. So it's now a seventh up from our original sound. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. We have two LFO pitch sequences going. Cool. So we bypassed the mixer section over here completely, which is fine. It's fine, you know? I quite like the mysteriousness of this. I wish that I had the ability to just bring in one or two more things. Just seems like another layer. I really like that. It's cool as hell. Well, I told you I was going to make a nice sounding one, and then I made it all weird. I'm sorry, y'all. See if we can fix it. Sorry for getting so quiet there. I was really trying to salvage this patch, and I don't know. Got away from me. Does that ever happen to you? Does that ever happen to you? Does a patch just get away from y'all? Well, I guess that's it. Well, we've explored some features. We made some patches. Some of them were great, some of them were not. But hey, you got to experience a little bit more of our friend, the Cascadia here. And that is what is important. I hope this has been interesting to you. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. What do you think of the Cascadia? Huh? You like it? I like it. And I think we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jeremy. This is Red Means Recording Modular. And I hope that you have a wonderful